What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just a little bit confused about Forza Horizon 6, and I thought I'd just hit the record button and let all of my thoughts just flow out about how I'm feeling about Forza Horizon 6 now versus launch, and what my plans are going forward. So anyways, let's see what happens. Let's go. All right, for the beginning of this video, I just want to talk about some things that I really like about this game, because I don't want this whole thing to be super negative for this whole video. I just want to let some free form thought happen here, and I am going to ramble a little bit. So if you don't like watching rambly, opinionated videos, then you're probably in the wrong spot. So anyway, let's talk about some things I really do like. The first thing, and this is something that I've heard a lot of other people say as well, the map is phenomenal. Like, it's just so good. It's probably the best open world arcade map that's ever been made. At least it has a case for that, right? There's maybe some others that people like, but for me personally, it's definitely the best arcade open world map. I mean, it's just so good. Being in Japan is so nice. The terrain is so varied. It fits the cars and the driving style really, really well. It is just a phenomenal map. It's much better than Horizon 5. It's better than the Crew Motorfest. The only map that I could say maybe for me sort of rivals it, and not in terms of like fidelity and what it looks like in detail, is the Crew 2's map, just because of the size. The Crew 2 actually had the entire United States, and being from the United States and recognizing a lot of those places, it was very, I would say, close to my heart, or I knew a lot of the places in that map and I understood what they did to try to scale it into the game. And even though the map didn't have a lot of details and it felt kind of empty, being able to drive across the entire United States just in free roam with no loading screens it was just so good. So that's the only one that I would say maybe has a little bit of a case to rival this. But in terms of just overall design, aesthetic, just what it feels like, what it looks like, this map is gorgeous. And that's another thing I really like about the game. The game is absolutely gorgeous. It's a very good looking game. The car models look great. The map looks great. The textures, just everything. Playing in 4K, which is what I do. Even though a lot of my videos are in 1080, I play in 4K. And it's so good. It just feels really nice to just be in the game and be driving a car. Outside of that, I think the racing is fine. It's not my preferred style of racing, but I definitely don't dislike it. I think it's good. It's arcade. It's certainly not sim, but it's also certainly not super arcade. And I think my own preferences, I lean much more towards the like super arcade version of handling. I like kart racers. I like old arcade games. I like Need for Speed. I like the Crew. The handling is just wacky, right? It's nowhere near realism in those games. And that's what I like. That to me feels pretty fun. So that's what I prefer. And I think Forza Horizon is much more grounded in realism. And it's always been that way. So there's nothing different between 6 and 5. I mean, I'm sure the handling is slightly tweaked, but the overall, fundamentals of the game are grounded much more in reality than they are in arcade. And so while I can appreciate that, it's just definitely not my preferred thing. And to be honest with you, I've really tried my best to sort of understand why I like or don't like the game, what I like about it versus what I like about Motorfest. And if you've followed my channel for a while, you might find this interesting. Motorfest is definitely my favorite in terms of like the way the cars feel. The game feels good. It feels good to drive. Direct mode is phenomenal. The cars are snappy and responsive. The sense of speed is really fast. It feels arcadey and fast. And to drive fast in that game, it takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of know-how. It takes a lot of understanding of various mechanics in the game, and I like all of those layers. Now, that's not to say you can't drive fast in Horizon, but just to give you an example, the slowest like road class in Motorfest is Street 1, and you go like 190 to 200 miles an hour in the map. Like, it's still really fast and it feels really fast. And Horizon just doesn't have that feeling. When you're in a race and you get past, it takes a long time to actually catch up to that person and then pass them, and it takes a lot of good driving in order to do that. And I'm not saying I don't appreciate good driving, that's fine, but it feels more boring, if that makes sense. Like, it's much more slow. Like, to be able to pass somebody, it takes a lot to do so, and the perfect line within a race is the perfect line, and you have to take that, and if they're on it, you're gonna have to do something extraordinary outside of that to pass them. Whereas in Motorfest, you could pass somebody just with the use of a little bit of a NOS. You can catch up to them with slipstream. You can use drag bump to push them along and also help yourself. You can use your knowledge, like track knowledge, with various cuts and different routes that you can take in order to pass somebody very quickly. And because the speeds are so fast and your cars accelerate so fast, every single race becomes much more like action packed. There's a lot more passing going on. There's a lot more slipstream going on. There's a lot more going on in those races than in a race here in Horizon 6. So I think that's what attracts me to Motorfest more than Horizon 6. But I just kept thinking about this because this game is a good game, and I know that mostly it's designed around casuals, and I know that there's a competitive scene here. Like, there's people who like to race this game competitively, and I get it. I can't really say that I'm in that crowd. Like, I just don't feel like I fit into it because I'm just not enjoying myself as much when I'm racing as I would if I was playing an arcade game. And so for me, it comes down to those two things. But I don't know, as I'm talking here, I'm just thinking about this game overall and the number of hours that I've put into it. And in Horizon 6, I've got 215 hours in the game. It's a lot of hours into a single game, and I've completed basically everything. I mean, I could finish up my collection journal. I could finish up all of the, little collectible things that you can do. I can collect every single car. I could build every car in every single class. I can do all that stuff, but I just don't have any real drive to do that because once I'm doing that, but what's the reason I'm doing that? I'm doing that so what? I can race these cars in online? I guess so, but I mean, even that experience is not something that I'm like craving, And so I'm just struggling with reasons to log into this game, and the live content is supposed to be that reason to log in. The live content is what I want to see, and the live content in Horizon is pretty boring. I mean, it's just a checklist. It's the festival playlist. It's exactly the same as it was in Horizon 5. It is a weekly checklist of things to do in order to get X car, and it just feels repetitive and boring, and the cars that you're getting are the same cars that you had in Forza Horizon 5. And so even though I know it's a different game, and Motorfest does this too, they deliver cars from the previous games in the summits and the main stage and things like that, but it just feels very mundane. And so the one thing that I could lean on, because I'm not like super addicted to the multiplayer, the one thing I could lean on would be the live content, and it's just boring. It's not there. And so I feel really bored with the game. I don't really want to turn it on too much, and I feel bad about that because I know it's a good game. It is a very well-designed game. It looks amazing. It's got lots of stuff to do. There's lots of like checklists and collectibles and all this stuff. But ultimately, I think it comes down to this one thing, and that is that Forza Horizon 6 is a car fantasy game. They are selling a car fantasy. If you like to fantasize driving another car, driving a car you maybe can't afford in real life or you'll never get, or a very weird, wacky car, this is a very good place to do it. They sell the fantasy of owning a car that you may not be able to have in real life. Motorfest, on the other hand, is a racing game. It is about racing. It's about competing. It's racing. And to me, at least, I know a lot of people don't. They play it for the experience of the playlist and the content, whatever. To me, Motorfest is about racing. It's about racing competitively. It's about going fast. It's about improving, because it feels like there's just this infinite scale of improvement that you can go. Like, the skill ceiling is so high in Motorfest that it feels like I can always improve even more than I am now. And I always run into somebody or a group of people that are just so much faster than me in that game, and it drives me to be faster. Whereas in Forza, I just don't care as much, and I don't really know why. I'm literally sitting here talking to you guys trying to figure out, why don't I care as much about being fast in this game? Although I do care because I'm competitive, I just don't have any drive to play the PvP. Like, it's just not there for me. It just doesn't have, I don't have that itch to keep coming back and playing the PvP, and I don't really know what it is. One of the factors might be that there's quite a few cheaters in Forza Horizon 6, and to be honest with you, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna call BS on this, you could do it in the comments, whatever, there's really no cheating in Motorfest. I mean, there's like little glitches and things that everyone can do, and I guess you could consider Clutch a cheat because it's using outside software to use Clutch to make your car shift faster. But to be honest with you, the number of people doing that is just so small, and it just doesn't have like a real effect on the full leaderboard. It has an effect at the very, very top, like the very couple of top positions. You know, you can see that some people are using Clutch and some people are not. But I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't even want to like throw like the cheaters out there as the reason why I don't want to play Horizon 6, because it's really not that bad. Like, it's not something taking me away from it. I'm not grinding leaderboards like that. I'm not one of the top skilled players in the game, and I'm not trying to, you know, get the top spot on the leaderboard. I'm not in that realm. So it really doesn't matter to me too much that that's the case, but I know there's more in Horizon 6 than there are in Motorfest, and that's just sad, I guess, but there's a lot more people playing Horizon 6 than Motorfest, so that really probably has something to do with it as well. So this is about the time in the video I want to talk about what my plan is going forward with this game, because I don't really want to give up on it from a content perspective. To be honest with you, every piece of content that I've put out for Forza, with the exception of one video, has done really, really well. Like for me as a content creator, someone who relies on the content and the YouTube views in order to literally pay my bills, like I don't have a real job, this is it. This matters to me. And so because of that, I really don't want to stop making Forza Horizon content, although I have slowed down quite a bit. Haven't really made a video in a while. I don't plan on fully stopping. I've been streaming the game consistently every single week, at the very least once a week since the game came out, and I probably will continue to do that as a festival playlist stream. I'll do that most likely at nighttime because I think that's when the streams get a little bit more views. I want to keep checking in with the game. I want to keep seeing what's going on, keep earning the cars, that sort of thing. And so that weekly stream is definitely going to be a part of my game plan as far as content goes. I do want to keep up on the news of Forza Horizon 6 as well, so I do want to do that. As far as teaching people, making educational content, I don't know that I'm going to continue doing that. I don't have the drive to push myself as a racer in the game, and so I don't really feel like it's fair to you guys if I'm giving advice on something that I don't really know too much about. Like if I'm pushing myself and I'm improving, then I have more ammunition to help you guys improve. And since I'm not actually pushing hard to do that, and I'm sort of coming at this from a more casual perspective, it just doesn't feel very authentic to give you guys advice. So although I had a lot of plans to continue my Get Faster series here in Horizon 6, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I think at some point, if something changes, if we get a DLC, if we get some interesting content that really brings my interest back in the game, I think I might end up doing more of that. But for right now, I think the 3 videos that I made for now have some weight to them. They definitely can help a beginner racer become better. And so I encourage you guys to watch those if you haven't already, but just know that I'm not going to be diving like super deep into that stuff going forward. I think the game has sort of a long road of a lot of the same stuff coming up, and I really am interested to see what they do with the first DLC and the second DLC. There are 2 that happened in Horizon 5, and I would love to see what those plans are for Horizon 6, and I really hope that it's maybe a little bit more detailed. Maybe it has some more gameplay elements that really change the way the game feels. Not necessarily the driving, but just the way you play it. You know, if it's more competitive or more PvP focused, or you know, something like that, it might drive me to come play the game a little bit more. So with that said, I'd really like to know where you guys are at with it. Like, are you still having fun in the game? What are you doing while you're having fun? Is this something you're going to continue to play? Are you bored with it? Where are you at? I know other creators have made the like I'm bored video, and that's kind of what this is, but I just want to know what you guys think. So tell me in the comments, please. I'll be reading through them. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.